Welcome.
Good afternoon, y'all. Start us off, bro.
We're out here. We're missing Sweet Mark today, but in the studio,
Marky.
we got Lou behind the keys.
What it do?
Tickling the ivory, baby. Sweet Lou.
And myself and Rich
Hey.
at the helm.
How's everybody doing this week?
Good. Cold. I'm not feeling this cold snap.
Dude, this cold snap just came out of nowhere. Like last week, 2 weeks ago, we were like plus 5,
Yeah.
plus 6.
And
Just
it's cold.
chilling in this January weather. And now
Yeah,
all of a sudden,
We're really chilling.
minus 30, minus 45. Here we go. Welcome back, Edmonton weather.
And Lubin,
Yeah.
you took my spot. I noticed
Sorry, pardon?
my spot.
Oh,
there?
the parking spot.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was reserved for
Yeah.
you. The reserve sign was
Listen,
not there.
For as long as we recorded this podcast, I've always parked in visitor parking.
Because
And
I
you and
always
Mark-
park on the street, but the
Yeah.
street now is so covered in rusty ice. And what do you want me to do, man? I ain't damaging my car.
Okay, well, if we're leaving today, don't just take off because I might be stuck.
Yeah.
I be burning out. We'll see you, bud.
Yeah.
I am like on straight up ice.
Okay,
And I was
well,
trying-
I'll be sure to push you.
Yeah.
Is that what you want me to do?
If not,
Yeah,
then
I'll
Ryan,
grab
make
my
sure you have a
wench.
bed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know?
I'll get my wench.
I forgot I have a truck. I'm
yeah.
an Alberta guy. I have a
Yeah.
truck. So,
Yeah.
Alberta, baby.
Crazy weather.
I guess, yeah, the weather, all that crap, and I
Hey.
don't know. I just wanted to touch on this real fast. Ice,
Oh.
Minneapolis. I don't know, man.
You're doing
It's
too
news.
much.
It just happened. You know. So I think it's something we need to talk about. I don't. Let's just let me just give me 1 second here. Let's get this, guys.
Let's get the facts.
Let's get the facts. But for those of you who don't know, ICE is at it again. They have. I don't even know. I can't even say it politely. They straight up executed a guy on the street. From the looks of what I saw, unless this is an
absolutely
AI video, a man was strictly just straight up executed in the street. So we're gonna say his name. His name is Alex
Say his
Jeffrey
name.
Preddy in Minneapolis. So he came into the street. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Minneapolis is a concealed carry state.
Yes.
So you were allowed to have a firearm on you. He was, now when they say brandishing a firearm, that's their term. I don't know what you want to call that. To me, that just means I'm walking down the street and I have a firearm and it's sticking out and you can see it. That's the way I see brandishing as well. In a concealed carry state, that's what I would say brandishing
Let's
is.
Google it. What is the definition of brandishing?
I'm assuming they're going to say it's like he's hysteric. He's waving it around like, look at me. I've got a gun. That is also what I would assume extreme brandishing. Or I guess I would say that's brandishing more than I just have a gun on a holster.
Well, because
I would
isn't
say
there a
that.
charge at like pointing a gun at a law?
So this is
Okay, but he's not doing such a
Right,
thing like
right.
that.
So it's the intentional act of displaying, waving, or exhibiting a gun in a rude, angry, or threatening manner,
Okay.
as per the criminal definition of
Of brandishing.
brandishing.
Okay. Now, in the video that I've seen, it's not like it's... I'm sure these videos are going to be all over social media in the next couple of hours, days, whatever. You don't really see him brandishing a weapon the way they're describing. All you see is obviously when ICE agents are around him, they take the weapon away from him. And at this point, when somebody leaves with the weapon, that's when... Has anyone seen the episode of The Simpsons where they go to Cypress Creek and they move there? It's when he's working for
to
Scorpio.
Get away from
So they're working for
okay,
Scorpio, whatever.
Yeah.
There's the moment when James Bond is on the table and gets up, and Homer's the one who tackles him. When he tackles him and Homer walks away, all the guards then execute Bond, but it's like they have him on the ground and then they back up and then point their guns at him and then kill him.
Yeah.
That's what this execution looks like. They have the guy on the ground and then it's like they're all around him and then they all take a couple steps back and then it's pop, 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 pop. And in the video that I have, like that I've seen on social media, the guy who is recording it is like, oh my God, no way. They just execute this guy in the street.
Yeah.
So for us to see that now, it's like, it's getting to a point where, I don't know.
They don't want you in their city. Get out of their city. You are causing nothing but issues.
But you mean ICE?
Ice.
Yeah, fair. I mean what is it? The governor of Minneapolis or he said, get the fuck out of Minneapolis already.
Yeah.
He said that
So
already.
here's my thing. So I was asleep. I woke up today first news I got of this whole shooting was that the Timberwolves game
was canceled.
And it was canceled. So I was like, okay. So let me look more into this.
Fucking up my fantasy.
So I look into
Straight up. This
and the first thing I do is I go and I look at the press conference at the defense or the DHS release, and they said that this guy came at agents. He was aggressive, brandishing the weapon, and he came with an intent to massacre ICE agents. So I'm thinking to myself, yo, this is crazy. Like,
this is a terrorist
attack.
This
is a terrorist attack.
Something
and
like
then
that,
maybe they're justified. I go and see the video, and none of that is what they said.
Yep.
So why are we getting two different accounts of? They made like from what I saw, they executed this guy like you said. This guy, he was filming. They pushed him back. They pepper sprayed him.
See, I didn't see that part. But
I think you have so many different like people that are in charge of the situation where it's like you have so many different angles that people are trying to like play crisis management here, where it's like you got the state government, the federal government, all these my question is, was it around the arena? Like, why is the fucking game
you're still on that, eh?
Like, why is the game getting is this the first dude that's got shot in Minneapolis?
The second person, but I think the main thing is that someone just died today. I think that's what it is. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, I'm not as upset as you are about the basketball game, but I get it. I get
curious.
it.
Like,
I get it.
I don't care about I care about the game fucking around my fantasy, but I'm saying, like, okay, anytime someone dies in this state, we're just gonna cancel games.
Sports now. Yes, okay. I see what you're saying.
This doesn't make sense. Like,
it's not cool. Well, I mean,
okay, but is it like a political move of like, yo, we know that this is a hot topic in Minneapolis, so then if we cancel the game, we're going to cause like all these turmoil across the board, and now people are going to lose money, and then it's going to force people to like see the bigger picture. But it's like, I don't know, man. Like, this is the same thing with like BLM and shit, where it was like, yo, I don't need you to wear a jersey that says like all this shit. It's like, I don't think that's your lane.
Yeah, fair. I get it.
You know what I mean?
I understand what you mean 100%.
And then it's like, okay, is now we're getting back to the point where sports is like heavily political and like everybody's trying to make a fucking statement.
But it's causing. We're talking about it right now, and this is the thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, yes, somebody was, I'm going to say it, executed today in the streets of Minneapolis. So I think that if you cancel the game, it's going to bring more light and more awareness. So it's going to be like, hey, it's not that they're going to band together as a state and be like, this shit's going on. We're going to shut down everything until these fucking guys.
Okay, was there a Minnesota Wild game today? Can we look that up?
Yeah, but they're not playing in.
They might not be playing in Minnesota.
Okay, but still, are they trying to make a statement? All Minnesota teams should be canceling their games.
But is it?
That's not.
But I think it's because it's happening in Minnesota. That's why.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I get it.
It's like where do we stand here?
Yeah, but you're not wrong. If you're gonna stand together as a state.
Yeah.
All teams.
It's like Minnesota should be like, now's not the time for sports.
Yeah.
We need to focus on,
I get what you mean, 100%.
Like the crime on hand.
Making it seem like it's Minnesota. That is the NBA. NBA is its own entity that's choosing to do this, right?
Right.
So, but to go back to your point, Ryan, about where you said that sports has always been political.
Yep.
Never mind. That. Look at UFC is fighting at the White House. You can't tell me that's not political.
Well,
Trump is
that's
having a meeting.
DJT, baby.
Well, but there's a different layer to that of like they're celebrating the 250th
that's
year.
The other thing.
And that's another thing. Trump is meeting with the commissioners of all the 4 major sports. For what purpose?
My
what
thing
does that have to do anything
with fucking around with prop bets?
Has any other president in United States history ever been involved this much in sports, media? Well, media, I shouldn't say media, but I say like film and TV and sports and all this stuff.
But he just wants to be acknowledged. He wants to go to these teams and be like, can you put a plaque up somewhere?
But he's not going to Super Bowl
that I'm the shit.
He's not going to the Super Bowl this year. They've already announced it. He ain't going.
Good.
Which is fine, but
Great.
it's like, why is this? I don't care if he. Does anyone care if he shows up? Because no one cared before. Listen, I could go back to Ronald Reagan or fucking Clinton. Did they show up at Super Bowls and stuff like that?
But it's
Even
just
if
social.
They did. No one fucking gave a shit.
It's just social media. We're in the social media era where it's.
And I hate that.
I
hate this.
It's just like things get like hype, right?
Everything's so accessible. Everybody cares what
well,
everybody
like
else
you
is
look
doing.
at the movie Marty Supreme, literally just came out.
Marty Supreme nominated for Best Picture, also nominated for Best Actor.
Okay, did we have enough time to fucking know that
Best
that's
Director.
or was that something where it's like it is hella hyped on social media, and so therefore because we can tie in to the fact that it's like it got the fucking flame button.
But I think that's also because of marketing as well. And I think a lot of the marketing for that movie had to do with Chalamet and everybody else involved.
It's like the guy's popular, so they're going to bring people to the fucking
the whole orange and everything like that. The blimp that he had over Tyler, the Creator's. There's a video out there where he talks about like his idea of what he wants to do for marketing this movie. And the whole orange. Then there's Tyler, the Creator, had a concert, and he's like, I want this Marty Supreme blimp in orange flying over the concert, dropping like ping pong
he's gonna sit on the
ping pong balls. And then him standing on top of the sphere where they had the ad for Marty Supreme. Like, this guy is like, he's doing his thing, and I get it. We're in that time of social media where like if social media wasn't as big as it was or as relevant as it is, a lot of people would not be getting the things that they do, or we wouldn't know about a lot of the things that we do. And I say that in regards to Christian Bale has a biography book out written from one of his assistants, who's this guy from Toronto. This book is quite old. It's before, right around the time of Batman, when he was doing Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. The power of the internet at that point is what got him that role. I don't think he would have gotten the role if it wasn't for people on the internet lobbying for like The Machinist and American Psycho at that time, with those movies where he was doing. If they weren't as big and the internet was not going as hard as they were about Christian Bale's this and Christian Bale is that,
I
don't think he wouldn't got that role. But at the same time, it's like, now with social media, it's like, yes, it's so accessible. Everybody can get it. Everybody has access to it. We can all fucking do whatever and talk about whatever. But all I'm saying is that with the power of social media, it's everyone is privy to what's going on. And yes, it's good. But at the same time, yeah, it's fucking bad.
Yeah, going back to the Minneapolis thing, I think it's just like, what's the logic in all this? Like, my whole thing of like, make it make sense. Like, if we're all gonna do this, is it across the board? Are we gonna like, and how long are we canceling games for? Are we canceling games for tonight? Are we canceling games for a fucking week? Are we gonna riot? Are we not gonna riot? Are the fucking businesses shutting down? What are we gonna have, a week of mourning? Like, what's going on here? Like, everybody's just doing things and going like, hopefully they highlight us in the media that we're all good people and that we're like doing the right thing and it's like, okay, so you don't really like give a fuck about the dude that got killed. This is like a stunt that it's like, yo, we just know this is going to get us some fucking, like, this is going to get us some brownie points with our audience and our fan base and our community as like, we're like good, noble people. It's like, yeah, but your seats are fucking $250. So how fucking noble are you?
I don't know, Ryan. I gotta disagree with you. Like, you're making this seem like it's.
You don't think that shit? It is serious. You're right. It is serious.
Serious enough to cancel a game that's
okay, but
meaningless.
the thing is, it's like, are people like riding the idea that like, oh, this is like a good political stance to have because it's gonna make us look like, we're actually. But it's like, okay, if it was a Minnesota-born person and they got shot in Florida, it's like, is that Minnesota team going to be like, hey, in solidarity, like...
I think Florida would shut down their games. That's what it. That's what it.
That's
what it would be.
I think it's just like a lot. And one of the topics that I wanted to talk about, especially going into movies, is like how much of this idea of, and this is on the other side of it, like some people want to look noble and get credibility. The other people, like, they drive the hate. Where, like, you look at Heated Rivalry.
Yeah.
It's like, did they make that movie in the idea that they were going to celebrate gay athletes? Or did they say, yo, we're going to have a lot of hockey lovers that are going to be up in fucking arms about this?
No, because I think it's a culture that's actually something that happens in sports that's just not talked about. There's a lot of, like, let's put it this way. You think that there's, okay, of all the 4 major sports that are male athletes, like male sports, in each league, let's say, okay, for basketball, how many guys you got on a team?
What, 15?
Yeah, 13.
Full roster?
Yeah, it's like 14, 15.
Multiply that by how many teams you got? That's how many players in the league. Do some math for us, Lee.
I think it's like 200 something.
Okay, so out of the 200 and some odd dudes who play basketball, you think none of these guys are gay?
Oh, I'd say a good portion, some portion of
so there's gay athletes out there.
100%.
It's just not something that is discussed. Whereas, I'm not saying all females, but in a lot of female sports, we know some of these females are gay, and it's openly discussed. It's openly known. It's not a big fucking deal.
Sure, but the idea of it, though, where do you not think the people that are creating this movie also have the intention going, it's provocative?
Of course.
It's going to get the people going.
Of course. I mean, obviously, you're trying to make a show to get viewers.
Like, you think Dana White walks like fucking Donald Trump out every time because he's like, oh, it's the president, and I love the presidential history, and like, it's like, no, he knows he's getting fucking, like, it's getting heat. Like,
Ryan, can I also, I want to, because I was kind of doing research for this. So the location of the shooting is approximately 2.1 miles from Target Center.
So like 10 kilometers.
If that's the math. So basically 9-minute car ride.
Oh, there you go. So maybe that's something to do with it.
Okay, so it's so they shut it down. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Just give you food for thought.
Yeah,
like it's in the area. It's right there.
It's in the area, sure, but I don't know. If I would be more okay with it, like, not that I'm not okay with it, because it's like, hey, I understand the idea of, like, you want to, like, send this message, but who knows, maybe the cops told them, yo, we don't want all these people in the area, we have a crime scene, we have, like, an active investigation, like, we don't need you guys, like, fucking around, and like, it's gonna cause, like, too much, like, traffic in this area.
Yeah, maybe.
And because of, like,
well, because the investigation's all gonna be taking place around there too, so,
and because of, like, the amount of, like, social media attention it gets, it's like, yo, we don't want this to turn into a thing, we don't want people to, like, we don't want to bring more people to this area. So
you just shut it all down. That could be it.
Fair. But if
institutional lockdown, baby.
But if the cops came out and said, like, nah, you guys are good, like, have your event, and they were like, no, as like a political stance, we're gonna close the doors.
But that's the thing, you don't even know if it's a political stance or is it could just be an
respect.
order, it could be respecting, it could just be, hey, let's just shut everything down in general because of the investigation.
Is a long...
Dude, it's one game,
it's
man. It's one
9-minute car ride.
And it's not even, it's like a playoff or a chain, it's a regular season game, dude. Just chill.
I know, but they, like... I'm just saying, like, are we doing this across the board? Is every...
Well, you know what? I don't want to say let's wait and find out. I don't want to say that. Let's not find out. But at the same time, you know what? I respect what they're doing. Personally, I respect it. I'm okay with it. Like, one day off for a basketball game, Ryan, is not going to be the end of the world. Yeah. And for the rest of the NBA fans out there, I think it's going to be okay to have one day missed because of this situation.
There's bigger things happening.
There's bigger things going on in the world.
I understand that. But we're not shutting down games. Is it because ICE shot a dude? Is it because ICE shot a dude? Is it because someone... So if someone outside of the Intuit Dome in fucking Inglewood, California, shot a dude...
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Would we be like, oh, because this dude got shot outside of the arena, we're going to shut it down?
Okay, fair.
That's what I'm saying. Is it because it's ice?
Well,
okay, so what if cops?
I get what he means.
What if cops shot a dude in Inglewood?
There was the viewing party that happened in Edmonton where a guy got shot. There was a guy who brandished a knife and stabbed somebody, and then after the cop shot this dude, they didn't shut anything down, and that was during.
But I think that was it during the game or
that was after the game.
No, that was.
It was after the game. It was because after the watch party was over, or the watch party was still going on after the game, but it was during a playoff game outside downtown Edmonton during the Cup Finals.
Yeah.
And nothing was stopped. You know what I mean? So I understand what you're getting at. I do get it, but at the same time, I think it has to do with all the politics that are going on in the States right now. The fact that it's ice also has a lot to do with it. The fact this is the second person in Minneapolis that this has happened to.
Bro, I think Edmonton should be shutting down games because people can't drive on the fucking roads. And now we make a statement that we're shutting down games because the fucking roads aren't plowed. Like, what are we doing?
The statement released from Minnesota Timberwolves, from the NBA, is that the decision was made to prioritize the safety and security of the Minneapolis community.
Sure.
So and nothing about...
That makes sense because it's like, yo, we don't want to drive people to this area. We don't want it to be this thing. We don't want to get like this riot mentality of like everybody up in arms. I'm just saying, like, are we creating like this thing where it's like, okay?
Well, I think we're setting a precedent now. If something does happen, this is how.
Yeah, and then
and I think that's fair.
And I'm just saying, make it make sense. If you're saying like, hey, due to logistics and everything going on, like, yeah, exactly, for the safety of the people, for the safety of the people, facts.
Yeah.
But again, like, do you think that some people like do shit for the idea that it's gonna drive attention, whether positive or negative?
Of course.
Where they're like, I'm not trying to create something that people are gonna enjoy. I'm gonna create it whether I get negative or positive attention, knowing
ain't no such thing as bad press.
Right. But you look at some of these things, you look at some of the things on social media, especially on social media. But you look at like movies that are being created. You look at like, is some type of the identity of like, hey, I'm getting actually more benefit from rage baiting people than I am from creating something that was done with the intention of like making a good movie. It's like, oh, we're just going to put this together. We know what the topic is, so we know even if this is a dog shit movie, we're going to get attention because people are going to love to hate it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's like a really bad mentality because it like muddies the waters for people that are doing it for the thing of like, I'm going to respect the craft. I'm going to respect like the identity of like making a movie and going through the motions of it, where some people go, I don't really give a fuck because I know either way, people are like, we're going to get our views.
Yeah, 100%.
People are going to hate us, and that's going to be enough to keep us pushing.
But I think that's been going on for a while, per se, where it's like, hey, I'm going to put this out, whether it's a song, a clip, or whatever. We all know it's going to be bad, but we're still like, you're going to take my money. Like, a big example, and it's way off, but it's about movies again. But Star Wars, man. I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. Big time. 1 through 6. Okay, let's go 4, 5, 6. Great movies. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're all right. Some of it kind of lacked and dropped. 7, 8, 9.
When you're saying 1, 2, 3, are we talking?
I'm talking about the episodes. So episode 4, 5, 6, the originals.
Those are the originals.
Great. 1, 2, 3. Not exactly the best, but they were still good. Continue the story, entertaining. 7, 8, 9. Trash. They were garbage. And yes, they still took my money because I'm a fan. Doesn't matter what they put out right now. It really doesn't. And I'm saying this going forward, and I know this already.
You'll still watch
as much as I love Star Wars. Doesn't matter what they put out. I'll still go see it because it's the nostalgia for me as a kid, and it brings me back. And it's like, oh man, I love this universe. I love all this. It's great. But there's still dog shit movies sometimes, and I'll still go see it. But it doesn't matter to them. They're sitting there laughing on the way to the bank because they're like, we got your money. It doesn't matter what we put out. The content can be shit, but it's still going to be... There's still people out there who are going to want to see this.
Well, and speaking on movies and speaking about content that's not shit, I want to touch on... Because we talked about The Rip last episode.
The Rip.
You watched it.
Watched it.
I watched it. I thought it was a great movie. I saw a lot of critics that they said, oh, horrible, like, scripting, horrible, like we already knew the plot before it was going to start. Yeah. And do you think there's like a little cookie crumb there that because it was a police movie and because what's going on all over the world, that it's like because it's cops, because it's something like that, because it's like theft and all of this shit, that it's like I can't show support for it because like I don't like cops.
No. I disagree.
Because it only got like, can you look up the Rotten Tomatoes? It only got like a 77%.
For them to say that they already know what's happening is kind of the dumbest, since it's based off a true story.
I mean, so yes, it's based on a true story. At the same time when the movie was going on, I'm like, okay, sure, I get it. Somebody in this group
is doing some
shit they should not be doing.
Yeah.
But it's like, who in the group is doing the shit that they should not be doing? And that's more the mystery. And it's like, how do you solve it? And at the same time, I thought it was well done. I thought it was well written. I thought it was good.
The twist of
I liked the twist in it too. I thought it was good, the way they solved everything. Fantastic.
I was going to be pissed if the dog died.
Yeah, that's fair. I was fair.
Dude, when they were like, yo, Chippy, whatever the fuck his name was, I was like, yo, if this dog don't come back, I'm turning off the movie now.
What was the show that they had on Prime? There was that cop show that came out last year. Fuck. It was this rookie cop and then the veteran female, and they were partnered up together.
The Rookie?
No. It's on Prime.
I forgot on Mark.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's 81%.
81% on Rotten
Tomatoes.
Pull up some of the.
Don't look up the show on Prime. It doesn't matter. But
pull up some of the critic reviews there. Some people gave it a 0.
That's crazy to me. You know, it's
like I thought it was a pretty decent movie. I thought the acting was really good. It was suspenseful. Mm-hmm. I think near the end, it was like, okay, how can we like
wrap this up?
Yeah. Like with the car chase, a lot of the stuff you could see that they relied a lot more on like the theatrics of it than it was of like. Because near the end, I still enjoyed it, and then it was like, oh, the chick makes the money, and she gets the 20%.
Yeah.
Because she was like the informant, whatever it is. But
spoiler alert.
Whatever. If you didn't see it.
Too fucking bad, I guess.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah.
But I honestly, I give it a 4 out of 5 dingles.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, 4 out of 5. I thought it was good. The twist was, I was like, is it this dude? Is it this dude? Is it these guys working together?
That's the whole time you're doing it.
Yeah. And then you're like, what do I not know? But
let's just think about one little thing that is only mentioned at the beginning he mentioned it a minute ago. It's based on a true fucking story, which is also crazier to me that this is like, and I get it. I understand.
Yeah, that's the definition of long game right there.
Why cops feel, and there's the other show that was on. Was it the Prime as well? We Own the City?
Yes.
That's the one about the cops in Baltimore and they're creating their own overtime in order to steal money, and the same thing. And I'm not saying that, it's not that I don't respect cops, because I do. I mean, they're here to serve and protect, but at the same time, it's like, when they're putting their lives on the line day in, day out, and shit like this is happening, are they really getting benefited enough? Are they getting the pay that they deserve for the things that they do?
Well, and even one of the lines, she was like, all this for like $80,000 a year. Like, you know what this one bundle
of cash
would do for me. Yeah.
And it's like, we see it on the other side as well, where it's like, these guys go to jail for this shit, and then they're out like, what, 2 months later, walking around, no problems, and they're going to start doing it all over again?
Yeah.
You know
I'll
what I mean?
say that is the state's problem. Like,
yes, 100%.
If you come look how much EPS makes here.
It's different here.
Yeah,
it's different here. You are benefited, but at the same time, I don't know how much you are really compensated for when something serious does happen.
Yeah.
Dog.
I don't know.
Yes.
So do you think that's a way to stop corruption in?
Is pay people more?
To pay them more? Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I think that would cut out the corruption, and that's especially for the way that it is in the States, man. Especially for the way that it is in the States. You look at those situations, in that situation alone, where it's like, guys, people don't fear shooting a cop or killing a cop.
Yeah,
there's no fear there. It's like, you fucked me, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
And in that case, which is crazy, it was the other cops shooting at their base partner,
their partners,
their coworkers,
or whatever, man.
So it's like,
up.
oh, if you're willing to shoot other cops, like that's a whole nother. I like how they did. I love, and I saw this first when I watched Saw, where near the end of the movie you start to get like the whole wrap up.
Yeah.
Where it's like you get the flashbacks, you get like the oh, you would have never guessed that I did this. I think that is a great way to do the storytelling, where like you can visually see it, but it also like ties all those loose ends that you've had the whole time of like, or when the guy's walking down the street and he's like my boss is gonna shoot me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like he's like,
he's like, does he suspect that I am something that I am not? Is he gonna shoot me? I don't fucking
like, does he think that I'm gonna fuck over his rep?
Yeah.
And he's gonna shoot me?
Yeah.
I thought that was crazy. I was like, oh, he's shooting him. I was like, he gonna shoot him. But yeah, I think ultimately, dog.
It's just been one hell of, it was an interesting film, and the way that they put everything together, I thought it was really good, and it was it kept me in my seat. To say the least. It kept me interested.
Yeah, near the end, I started to go like, okay, I'm starting to get this.
But did you notice as well that it was as soon as they pulled up to that street, I'm like, yo, is this Grove Street? That's all I kept thinking.
San Andreas.
That's all I kept thinking was Grand Theft Auto, man. I'm like, this is Grove Street, and this is this is how it was in is that also Boys in the Hood? No, Straight Outta Compton. That's
I didn't understand one part. I didn't understand where he saw the other dude that was giving him. Be the end of me.
Sorry, everybody. Ralph's just being a bit much today.
Where they had the other gang member that was there saying that they weren't involved, and then he FaceTimed a dude, and they were talking.
Oh yeah, the head of the cartel.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on here?
Because they don't want issues with cops.
So they were trying to say, yo, we're not.
Yeah, that's not us. That's another gang.
And because the gang was, this is after the neighborhood started to get shot up.
Yeah.
Then he showed up because he's like, yo, people are shooting at us. He thought he's like, I'm cartel. Obviously, they might be coming after me. So
and that's
he got
the
in.
Stash.
And that's the stash. So
no,
but that house is not their stash.
No.
Yeah. But anyways.
But yeah, great. I thought it was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it.
I was gonna ask. I asked you guys.
Yes.
In the group chat. You guys watch reality TV on you?
No.
Because I mentioned not locked up. What's it called? It's called.
Unlocked.
Unlocked.
Where it's like the jail experiment.
Yeah, you guys watch that?
No, I'm going to though.
The profession you guys work in, you guys. I kind of wanted to get you guys' thoughts on it.
No, I've watched what's the other movie with Adrian Brody and Forrest Whitaker, which is based on the Stanford.
No, it's like this is like a reality.
I know, but I'm talking about the other. There's an actual movie where they do the Stanford experiment.
Yeah.
Where it's like they take like 30 dudes and it's like 15 are guards, 15 are inmates, and then you watch everything unfold.
I think 60 Days In ruined like jail reality for me because once you understand the logistics of it, you're like, well, it's not as like, and then you understand like all this shit has to be fucking insured. So like it can't be that crazy where it's like,
well, it's all private. It's like.
Private jails.
Yeah, private jails, and they're making money from it. Like the studio or whatever is probably paying them, and
yeah, like with 60 Days In, you realize like, yo, these guys aren't in like these crazy like gang-filled units. Yeah. Like they're in like the like safe. Yeah, they're in like the safest unit in the jail. Okay. And then so a lot of these like threats to them or what's going on is like it's very superficial because you're like, yeah, you don't think this is like the main thing that people are focused on. Like if there was a reality TV show, like it wouldn't go how you think it would go.
Right.
But it's interesting. I think eventually humans are humans, and you look at that type of jail experiment where it's like, yo, I think eventually like people would be forced to like cohabitate together. Like, yeah, you're going to have like a bumpy few weeks, but I don't think that you're really like, I don't think inherently like people want to commit, like people want to just like destroy people all like, I just don't.
I don't know.
I don't know. Have you met humans?
Yeah.
We're not exactly.
We're not exactly
no, but
we're very competitive people.
But I think when it comes down to it too, like the consequence of fighting in that type of setting, it's like the payoff sometimes isn't worth it. Where it's like, okay, if I do this, then what? Oh, I'm stuck 30 days here in SAG, and I got to do this and I got to do that, and I'm getting extra charges. It's like, well, some of these guys, they're like on their way out, so it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna fight this dude.
But that's my only beef with that reality show is that it's very. So it's supposed to show how these guys can work in their own. Can they figure it out for themselves? Can they work together, and can they have a solution like that?
Yeah.
But and as far as that in the jail, sometimes you got to settle it with violence.
Yeah, sometimes like there's no other way to settle it but with violence.
They did that, and then of course the guards had to come in and break it up. And there's other stuff where they're doing drugs and stuff, so the guards have to go in and do a sweep
and deal with that. Yeah.
But I thought the whole premise was like let them have their freedom and see how they.
Okay.
So that's my only issue with it. I'm like,
but is it like
you guys are still manipulating? And,
yeah, it's like, but you can't also be like Gladiator, where it's like if he dies, he dies.
And
like,
I get that. Like,
you know what I mean? There's limits, right? Like,
yeah, and I get that. Like, you still have to, the safety.
But do you think some type of that is like a thing of like, oh, look at our jail, we're doing so well, like, look at us, we're letting everybody out, like, it's so great, and then in the back they're like, yo, make sure this guy doesn't fucking kill this dude, like, we can't have this dude fucking.
I don't know.
But I like seeing shit like that. I wish they would do more stuff like that. Like certain things are like sensationalized, right? Like you look at like healthcare, you look at all of these things where it's like, okay, everybody wants to talk about like wait times at a hospital, but it's like, okay, once you break it down and break down, like they're like, oh, the triage nurse was so rude to me. It's like, yeah, you're the 7,000th person today that asked how long it's going to take to get in there.
Yep.
I'd be a little fucking peeved too. Yeah. Right? Like, so even when they like talk about cops and like, okay, it's like, yeah, some cops, they're quick on the fucking trigger. Like, yeah, some cops are assholes because they've been on the job for fucking 20 years and they've dealt with all of this growth period or social media or whatever it is, right? So it's like, I feel like some of that gets sensationalized and everything gets painted with the same brush. And then it's like, yeah, that's not exactly like, this is like a sliding scale thing where it's like each thing has to get addressed based on what it is. Like you can't, it's like, yeah, if someone, like you look at the story here in Edmonton where the guy was waiting in a merge with chest pains for like 11 hours. Yep. It's like, okay, well, something needs to be done. That case. But that doesn't mean that every ER nurse and every doctor and every hospital is horrible and they're killing patients. It's like,
and I agree.
It's like, that's not really the case.
And everyone goes, you're in the ER for a reason, right? Like it's an emergency.
But here's the difference where it's like with free healthcare and paid healthcare. In some situations or some places where it's not free healthcare, where you have to pay, it's like you can go to the clinic and the clinic will deal with a lot of these situations. Whereas, oh my God, I have a cough. I should go to the hospital. I should go see a doctor. And that's kind of what floods your shit there. Is like people are coming in there with minimal things or no issues whatsoever, or they fear that they have something, or it's like I'm making this up in my head, and they go to the hospital, and like that causes more wait times. Where it's this guy who went in there who died and he waited for how many hours? Very serious probably situation, said he had how he was feeling. The nurse is probably like, okay, man, just have a seat. But if there weren't all these other people in there, I'm not saying that everybody who's in the waiting room at the hospital did not have legitimate reasons, but I'm telling you, you could have probably cut half of those people out of there.
Well, that was the purpose of like what Rocket Doctor, Maple, and the
is to cut that stuff down.
Yeah,
but I
if
think
you need to get a doctor's note, if you have a cough or whatever, you can go online. You don't need to go into the hospital.
But think about how quick people need to avoid liability, where they're like, yo, I'm not 100% sure this guy's dying, and if I don't recommend him going to the hospital, and then this guy fucking
dies,
this guy dies, I'm fucked. Right? 100%. But again, it's you also have hospitals that are dealing with a huge influx of population. But again, I think it's this profession that's like over sensationalized of like, yo, like people aren't bulletproof. Like,
No.
just like you needed to call an ambulance on yourself, this person on their day off might have a medical emergency too, and they're gonna have to fucking wait in ER like everybody else. Like, like everybody's human, right?
So
like
my friend's a personal trainer and strength and conditioning coach here in the city, and I guess one of her clients collapsed, and it was, I can't remember what day it was. I think it was the day that like there's a huge snowstorm here. It took 45 minutes to an hour for the ambulance to show up, because they didn't have any available in the city when they called.
Yep.
So eventually they made it to the hospital like 4 hours later, but still they're fine, by the way. But I mean, but at the same time, it's still, that's a fucked up wait time. And for the city that we do live in every fucking day, man, at almost every hour, Theo Vaughn said it when he came here. He's like, I think that they just let sirens go off in the city because there's no way any city has this much crime or trouble going on that you need to hear this much.
Yeah.
And every fucking day, without hesitation, dude, you're hearing sirens at some point, whether it's fire, ambulance, or cops. It doesn't fucking matter. Every day you're hearing them. And to me, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is.
For how much we hear.
And they stay busy.
They're busy as fuck.
Busy.
And
I'll
this
say
is
this,
why
the
people
other-
say this is Gotham City.
It was what, a couple weeks ago, it was like a code, I can't remember what the exact code is, like code red or whatever.
Where like no
Right.
ambulances.
Where
are.
they sent an email saying basically, be careful, because if you get into an issue or whatever, there's no ambulance. Isn't that scary to think of?
That's fucked up to think about.
That's fucked up, man.
It's like when they like situations happen where like 911 goes down and you're like, uh-oh,
That's
Gotham
what you call
City.
the real number, 912, man.
Gotham City. But no, it's I enjoy the fact that people make these TV shows, but it has to be done with like the right intention, right? Where it's like same with like making shows like The Rip. It's like, or the movie like The Rip. It's like, am I trying to paint cops as like dirty? Right? Like what is my intent?
Well, this one's based on a true story.
Exactly. So it's like they're just telling a story, right?
But like I said, there was that show that was on Prime. I think it was called On Call. I think that's what it was. And basically, it's like this rookie cop, and he's with his FTO and this female officer, and they're going around and showing. They do it from both sides, where it's regular TV cameras, and they do it from body cam cameras as well. So it's like you're seeing both sides of it. And I thought that was pretty cool. It's interesting. And you see the things that they go through on a day-to-day and their on-call lives, and then their lives a little bit behind the scenes. And, I mean, what they go through and what they see is fucked up. And now, I'm not saying every cop it's the same in every city, but it's messed up to think about some of the things that they see and what they go through on a regular basis. Firefighters as well, and paramedics. Like, God bless you guys, and nurses and doctors and all of you for everything you guys do for everybody here in the city and everywhere else. But I mean, I don't think they get enough acknowledgement sometimes in the way that they should.
And the thing is, it's like it only takes like it's a matter of like inches of like mistakes where it's like you're fired, you're criminally charged, and you lost your license.
Yep. 100%.
You know, like that's, imagine like dealing with those stakes every day where you're like, okay, all it takes is for me to like not move this person in, like out of this way, or not do this or not do that or not call in this. And then all of a sudden they're like, okay, because you did this, it's not like a letter on your file, or it's not, okay, you're on suspension with no pay. You're going to gain, like, you're going to have all of this like negative, like, basically news spread about you of like everybody's gonna hate you, everybody thinks that you killed this person. And like it might be like criminal, like it might be like negligence. It's like, man, the weight of that. But it's like, again, I think you have to understand the weight of that before you get into that job. And I think it's not something where you have to be like, I'll deal with it. It's not like when you're like, okay, I'll be like a data processor, and then you're like, hey, if I make a couple mistakes, like, or it's not the job for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, that's not really the luxury you have. So like, that's why the applications are so long and like strenuous. But
yeah, of course.
Again, without getting off into a tangent, like it's,
which we have, John.
Yeah,
quite a bit. We were way off here.
But no, I think like I enjoy like the shows like that, like Unlocked. But then I also don't enjoy. But it might be because I have a little bit of inside knowledge where comes to something like 60 Days In, where you're like,
well, that's why I don't watch that shit. Cause
you're like, you're like, there's no way.
That would never happen.
There's no way. Like, you're like, that's not even possible. Like, get the fuck out of here.
But you're right. Some of it is interesting. But yeah.
But going into like further movies, we're on award season.
We're on award season, baby. This was the big thing we wanted to talk about.
History made.
History has been made. The movie Sinners has taken 16. That's right. Count them.
Do you think they would have got 16 if MGK played in that role?
Probably.
I think they would have got 17.
Well, they're up for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Original Screenplay, Best Supporting Actor and Actress. And we got cinematography, costume design, production design,
costume
casting,
design for sure,
film editing, sound, visual effects, and makeup and hairstyling. 60 nominations. So let's say congratulations to Ryan Coogler, because if you didn't have all those consultants, like when I first saw the movie and we talked about the consultants.
We talked about that like 20 episodes ago.
If he didn't have all those consultants, would it have been so authentic in getting the 16 nominations?
Historically accurate.
That's why I'm going to say I think that has a lot to do with it, as well as the performances. Because that way, and I think that it was a really well done movie, and they're planning on doing a couple more with Sinners.
And shout out Michael B. Jordan. There's very few actors that can play like a twin role or like play. You have like Tom Hardy, you have Adam Sandler, you have
there's tons, yeah. Jean-Claude Van Damme, JCVD, baby. Yeah,
but you have like a select few that would even like sign up for a role like that, right?
It's true.
So like shout out to him, because I think getting into that thing, like playing different parts of it, it would probably be very difficult, especially when you look at the idea of like method acting or getting into the character. It's like he could probably never stay in character because he's consistently like, it's not like they were like, hey, we're going to film the whole movie as you as one brother, and then we're going to film the movie again and you're going to be the other brother.
True, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he constantly had to be, like, in and out of, like, how would this guy think?
But he mentioned some of that, so they talked to him. It was on one of the Jimmys. I think it was Kimmel. And they talked to him about how he created both characters and what he did differently. So, and now I can't remember which one he was talking about, but it's either... Because the two brothers, it's Smoke and it's Stack. So I think it might have been... Well, it's one of them. One of them, he wears smaller shoes and tighter clothes, so that way he's more fidgety, and he's like more uppity, and he's like
might give him like a tactile.
Yeah,
like...
you know what I mean. So, but I mean, every actor has different tricks and traits of things that they do on how to bring out the performances that they want from the characters that they're trying to play. So, I just want to say congratulations to them for all that. Then the other Academy Award, we had a bunch of other nominees for Best Picture and stuff like that.
There was
I called this one from the beginning, and I will say I'm very happy and proud that I'm saying this. After I saw F1, was that Apple's first major film production, Lewis Hamilton, F1 racer, 7-time Grand Prix champion, who's a producer on the film, starring Javier Bardem, Brad Pitt, and I can't remember the other guy's name right now. God forgive me. But after watching that movie, immediately I said, if this movie is not nominated for Best Picture, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, and they had a super good soundtrack.
Oh, Hans Zimmer?
Yeah.
Zimmer.
Super good soundtrack. I think they probably had a little bit lighter when it comes to like costume design and stuff. Like, I think Sinners should take that. But the other one with the Emma Stone and the alien.
Bless you.
What's that movie called?
That one is Begonia.
Begonia.
So, sorry, let's just go through all the ones that have been nominated for Best Picture. It's Begonia, F1, Frankenstein.
And the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah,
and the Leonardo DiCaprio one. What's that one called?
I'm getting to it.
Sorry.
Oh, the one I saw.
The Netflix one. Then there's Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another.
That one, yeah.
The Secret Agent, Sinners, Sentimental Value. That's the one with all the Skarsgårds. Like all three of them are in it. Train Dreams, and that is all.
I heard that DiCaprio movie wasn't funny, and
it's not that it's fun. It's more of a serious movie than it is funny.
And I just found out today.
Oh God. They
put in the movie black humor, and I was like, "Yo, when did race have to do with
humor?"
The humor, but it's like it's a definition of morbid humor. But for when I read it initially, I was like, "Yo, you guys don't need to fucking claim everything, all right?" As like black humor. I was like, it can just be humor.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you mean, 100%.
And then I looked it up, and I was like, I was totally wrong. It's actually like, I was like, that's not at all what it was, and I feel stupid.
Okay.
But yeah, learn that today. Black humor actually means like morbid or like
dark humor.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I was like, yo.
Offended for no reason.
Bro, yeah. I was like, when does this have to do with race? I was like, what the fuck does that have to
I've never heard it said that way either, like black humor. I've heard it say dark humor, but yeah.
Yeah, because it was said, this is a black humor comedy. And I was like, or just a humor, or just a fucking... But yeah, interesting. I never saw it, but...
it was good. It was okay. It wasn't bad. I agree that Sean Penn plays a fantastic role in that movie. He's very fucked up. But I thought it was... For the hype that... For some of the... I'm not going to say any... Well, for Tiana Taylor getting nominated for an Oscar for that movie, to me it seems a bit much, because I don't think she did a lot in that film whatsoever.
Except piss me off.
Kudos... Yeah, except for piss a lot of people off. But kudos to her, and congratulations for her nomination. But... Yeah.
Do you think this type of morbid humor, you almost need to have like some type of insight knowledge where it's like, okay, I'm not going to understand the joke if I don't understand the context. And a lot of that dark humor, it's like these subtle hints at other things where
Have
it's
you
like...
seen the movie yet?
No.
Watch the movie, then you'll understand.
But I just mean like dark humor in general. It's like if you don't understand like what this person's getting at.
No, I don't think that's entirely true. Because...
Where it's like, yo, have you ever wanted to like make toast in a bath? Like people be like, what?
Okay.
You know, what are you talking about? I don't make toast in a bath. It's like, no, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right?
Or just telling somebody to go play in traffic, kind of.
Yeah, like shit like that, where it's like, if you're not on the same page with this person, it can fall on deaf ears.
Yeah, 100%.
Where like comedy in general, like you can kind of, it's like a straight shooter. But that like dark comedy, I feel like there's more of a hint of like this insider knowledge of like, if you don't understand the way I'm thinking,
right,
you're just gonna think I'm a psychopath.
Yes, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but I don't think that
you're like, what is this guy saying?
But I think that comes down to more if you can make the joke hit. If the joke hits, regardless, because I mean, let's be serious. We all have one friend in our group that is. In every group of friends, there's always one that's like a little offside, a little gauche, a little. This is fucking borderline shit to say.
Yeah, or one of our friends who goes, "I made an album today."
Yeah,
it's called Puddle. What is it? A pile of mud or whatever, and he's talking about having diarrhea.
Well, see, but you know what I mean. Like
every
every group of friends has one person who's got that type of humor, and we still whether you get that person's humor or not, somebody is going to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just all about, like, for a lot of jokes, it's timing and delivery.
Yeah.
So if you can do that, I don't really think it's going to be an issue.
Do you think there's like a level of, and I think we talked about this previously, but one of the guests that I have on, he's having a lot of Danger Cats, like Uncle Hack, all these guys. So they had an event based in Timmins, Ontario.
Yep.
And so one venue canceled them.
Okay.
And then another venue picked them up. And they basically put on their Facebook like, yo, don't bother us with your fucking hate mail. We're supporters of free speech. We really don't give a fuck.
Right.
Dude, I looked at this post, like 470 comments. And basically saying like, there's a difference between freedom of speech and freedom of consequence and this and that. And like, it's not comedy. It's this, it's that. And like, have you seen this picture with this person? But it's got so derailed where you're like, okay, are the jokes funny or are they not funny?
Right.
Right. Like, okay, whether you have the taste for the joke, should this joke be allowed to be performed? And is there a level of like, yo, like, dude, I was watching Ben Bankus, and he said, like, he had, like, a Mexican driver in Austin, And the guy told him, like, hey, your exit's right here. He's like, no, not my exit, like, whatever. And then he's like, fuck it, I'm calling ICE. He's like, that's it, I'm calling ICE.
Really?
And they all, like, laughed and hooted. But it's like, yo, if he performed this in, like, a different area. Like, but he also was in Atlanta, and he's like, hey, like, I'm sure all the white people had to, like, Uber here from your suburbs. Like, you know, shit like that where it's, like, very, like, edgelord racism shit.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, if people are laughing, is it a joke? Or is this, like, straight up racism?
I don't know anymore.
And what's the line here? Like, should this be like a thing that people are allowed to do? And like, even if you have people that are like petitioning against it, is this really like an arguable, like, is this an art form or is this like hateful? And can we hide behind the guise of like, it's comedy, and as long as people are laughing, like, it is what it is. Like, they're putting up, like, photos of him with, like, a guy that's, like, a known white supremacist and going, look, he's a white supremacist. And it's like, okay, but is he doing that during the jokes? And does that have anything to do... You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, where and how far are we going here, right? Like, especially when you talk about this dark humor, is like, okay, some of it, like, is there actually, like, a ceiling to where it's like... Yeah, you're just a hater. Like, you know what I mean? Is he racist or are you a hater?
I think at this point the line is so skewed with how we are that there's what some people consider to be racist, some people consider to be humor. And, you know, it's hard to figure that out now. Because there have been things that have been said to me, and I'll be like, that ain't funny. And people are like, oh, you don't find that funny? I'm like, we can fight about this if you want, because I'd rather do that at this point. And if you make another joke like that or comment like that, we're going to have an issue. But I think we're at that level where it's like, with everything you see on TV and movies and social media and the way that we are and how society is, there's a line and the line keeps moving, and I don't think anyone really knows where it is anymore.
Yeah, and it's definitely interesting because I think it's pretty well like subjective where it's like
absolutely.
And like there were some jokes that this guy was saying during this special where I laughed at, and then I was like, I don't know, like, am I laughing because it's funny? Am I laughing because I'm uncomfortable? Because it was such an outlandish statement that I'm like, if I said that, I would probably be fired.
Yes.
Right? Like,
well, I mean, here's a great example is Django. When Django came out, okay, they made a game out of it. So they say the N-word 110 times in Django. Now, I've played the Django drinking game twice.
Got shittered.
Absolutely. So there's times when it's just dropped, and when it's dropped, you just take a drink. And then there's times where it's, what's his name? Don Johnson goes on a tirade where he says it a bunch. Obviously, Leo says it a bunch. And then Sam Jackson says it a bunch. Where they're like dropping it. So you're just drinking. Now, am I drinking to racism? Am I drinking to end racism? What am I drinking for? I'm drinking to something that I should not be drinking to, but it's a fun game.
Do you think as a white actor, like, it's an appropriate stance?
Okay, so here's my thing on that is Quentin Tarantino just loves putting in his movies, so I don't know if he's the racist. Because, I mean, think back. Look at all of his fucking movies, man. He says it at least once, twice, 50 fucking times in all of his fucking movies.
Right.
Now, when they filmed Django, there's a story about Sam Jackson and Jamie Foxx. They're talking to Leo, and Leo has to, like, say it at the house when they're doing the scene. And he's like, he didn't feel comfortable saying it, so they say. And then Jamie Foxx and Sam are just like, yo, just say it, man. It's fine. It's like, this is a Tuesday for us. It's not a big fucking deal. And then the next day they came in, and I guess Jamie was like, yo, Leo, what's going on, man? And he didn't say a fucking word to them. He didn't talk to them because, like, he was so in character now. He's like, okay, I'm going to treat them like the way that this would have been done back in the day.
I'm trying to, like, method act.
But then it's like, or is it that you don't want to offend your friends anymore, so you're just not going to talk to them? And this is what I mean. Like, as an actor, it's a very, very skewed part if you're not that race and you have to fucking say this all the time. Because now it's like, am I going to be offending them? Because that was his first initial reaction is, am I going to be offending these guys if I say it? And then they're saying, you can say it, man. You can say it as much as you want. I mean, you have to say it for the movie, so go nuts and feel it and do it. And then you're going to come in and not talk to them? And then you're going to go off and drop it as many times as you do all fucking day long? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Leo and the way he's just in a character. Maybe that's how he wants to be. But I think the bigger thing when it comes down to, I get it. You're telling a period piece about things at that time when slavery was big. And this is what was said. This is the behavior. This is the language. But it's like, then you, like, after, if I was Leo or Jamie Foxx or Sam or whoever, at one point I'm going to turn around and be like, when does Quentin not say this word anymore? Like, is he saying it to try to kind of abolish the word? That it's like, we say it so much that we are just going to abolish it and everyone's going to be used to it? Or does he secretly love to just sit there and say it constantly all the time? Now, as somebody who's African Canadian and black, I'm going to sit there and think about this. As somebody who used to be a thespian and wanted to act, it's fucking weird, man, that in every fucking picture that you have, you're going to keep dropping this nonstop, constantly, not just once, multiple fucking times, man. Multiple times. And times on scenes when he gets to say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At what point now are we looking and going to be like, all right, man, enough's enough.
Here.
Enough's enough, dude. Here. Like, you know, like now it's just like, I want to write it into my movies just so I can say it.
Can I just say method acting that time period is crazy weird. Are you
Absolutely, man. It's fucked.
But he's funny. One of my favorite SNL skits is the was it 20 Years a Slave?
Yeah.
Where they did a parody of it.
I don't think I've seen that one.
With the audition. I'll see if I can pull it up, but it's funny. Because they just, a lot of people are just uncomfortable saying the end
100%
during the casting or whatever.
Yeah.
And then this random janitor is just talking. They're talking to the black guy behind camera.
Yeah.
And he's just going off on him, calling him boy and all this stuff. And at the end, it's just, he's like, no, I'm just a janitor. You just watch that black guy behind your camera. I love that one.
So it's a messed up time. And I think that also with movies like that, it doesn't help my group or I shouldn't say my group, some of my friends. It doesn't help. Because then they turn around and they think that, hey, you saw that movie, I can say it too. It's fine, right? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't give you the right, dog. It doesn't give you the right.
Yeah, it's
Anywho, we're getting sidetracked again. But
yeah, I think it's a crazy time because everything is so highly scrutinized and it's so easy to hit like the hot button with social media, especially
Absolutely.
when you're in that big level of fame where it's like, even you look at like Leo with like not dating people under 25 or whatever, right? It's like
over 25.
Yeah. Or like, dude, it's like every single thing is like getting dissected to a point where you're like, okay, is this important or is it not actually
That's
important?
the other thing too.
You know, how important is this actually? And like in the morality of things, like, are we overhyping this? Are we not overhyping it? It's, I think it's a weird time, man. It's weird. And I think movies are just going to get even harder to make because now going back in time, it's going to get the same thing where it's like, oh, you want me to play as like this, or like you want me to pretend I'm a trans male.
Yep.
It's like, okay, well, how am I going to affect the trans community? And like, it's the same type of thing where it's like, how far does this go? And like, all I got to do is move this an inch.
Yep.
And now everything's destroyed, right?
Yeah. And I think that's why they, for a lot of roles or a lot of things, people get up in arms about it. Well, you didn't use that person who is like, you didn't actually hire a trans actor.
Yeah, what if they were all shit?
And that's what I say.
What if they were all bad actors and they didn't fit the role? Well, what the fuck you want? Get better trans actors. I don't know. And I think that this is the time. It's like, if you fit those minorities or those groups, or like, now's the time. But I think for me, my thing is animation. So for people like Hank Azaria, who I love tremendously for all his work on The Simpsons, he apologized after everything happened with when they started talking about Apu and how
it should be played by somebody who is like East Indian or whatever. And to me, I'm not saying that couldn't be the case, but Hank's been doing it since I was a fucking child, and he's been phenomenal at it. And I think that it's different in animation, especially comedic animation, because it's whatever, if you can bring your voice to be the character and it fits that character perfectly, then I don't think there's an issue. I personally don't. Mm-hmm. And because of all that, so they've changed a few characters' voices in the show. Because of that, they wanted it to be, when it was the Me Too movement and they started cancel culture and all that shit. The actor, I don't know the names of the actors who played Carl or Dr. Hibbard in the show, but both of those actors' voices have changed because I think they were played by white people. Or Caucasians, if you want to say that. They were played by them, and now they've been changed to be played by African Americans. Not that is bad, but you lose something when you get a new voice. It's not like that these people have passed away and then they recast these actors. Or these people quit the show and they're fired or whatever, they recast these actors. It's just they recast the actors because of cancel culture and because they were pressured to do so, or they felt they were pressured to do so, and I don't like that.
No.
If the character works and you're doing a fantastic job, keep it fucking going. I mean, what are we gonna do now? Now everything has to be changed and done appropriately. Whereas I think if you're acting, like you said, if there's a trans actor and they don't do a good enough job, or they're not hitting the character just the way you want, as opposed to a straight as a heterosexual actor doing it, what do you want to do?
And ultimately, it's like, this is going to turn into like not the best product, right?
Well, you just talked about heated rivalry. Are both of these guys gay in real life? Are they gay? I don't know.
And not only that, one is a first pick and one's a second pick. One plays for Canada, one plays for Russia.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get grounded in reality. If like this was happening and you were a Canadian player that was top draft pick, that was like best friends with the Russian second pick. Okay. Like, they'd be like, what the fuck's going on, man? Like,
why?
Yeah, why?
But like, why do you think that'd be
because
weird?
It's like a team rivalry.
Okay.
Like, it's like the country would be like, yo, what's going on here?
But I mean,
like,
did they? Okay, I haven't watched the show, but did they play together at any point, or they're just draft picks and it's just like they? Yeah. Sometimes that happens though.
Right, but I think it's the idea of like people are so behind their country, that they're like, what are you doing talking? And not only that, he's second pick.
Okay.
So it's like, not only are you like fraternizing with the enemy, he also is like gunning for your spot.
But that's
so like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's the forbidden love behind it, baby. That's the heated rivalry right there. We solved it.
Now every time I watch a sport movie, anytime I watch sport movies, I go, all right, everybody, back to the showers. Let's go. Drop them.
But I mean, this is a culture and a lifestyle that's been going on in sports in forever.
I can tell you, not to say that I didn't have any like homosexuals, but some sports are like inherently like gayer than other sports.
Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yeah, or like the amount of everybody showering together and like hazing and all this.
I only say Greco-Roman wrestling if you haven't seen Ladies Man.
I was like, I've never encountered, like, again, I rode the bench for like 3 years, so maybe I wasn't invited to the gay shit.
When I played football, I mean, like after our games and stuff like that, it was showers, like, before you get on the bus, absolutely.
Yeah, but like I never had.
We didn't have any fucking scenarios.
It's like, all right, everybody, time for rub and tugs. Like,
but we all got there were giant open communal showers like you have in high school or whatever. We were all in there and we're showering, we're getting ready, and then you get dressed and you get on the bus, go home. I think that's just been, but that's a culture and part of sports where it's like guys are showering together.
And that differs country to country.
But also there are females out there who do the same thing. So there is a female volleyball player for whatever. I can't remember what country she plays for. I saw this on another podcast where it was the same thing. It's like they would all shower together, and the next thing you know, she, well, of course, has an OnlyFans, and she's making tons of money doing that. And then she would be like, because it all started with some of the girls on our team would be like, oh, you look really good naked, da-da-da-da-da. And it'd be like, and some girls would be like waiting for her to get into the shower to be like, okay, I'm going to go now. And then after that, it's like she gets the idea. It's like, well, obviously I look good naked. I'm a good athlete. Da 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 da. And then now I'm going to start an OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's teammate
But I mean,
support.
hey, cool.
Teammate support.
But I'm just saying, it's the same in both male and female sports that they're all showering together, whatever. That all happens.
Yeah.
So it's part of the culture of sports.
Part of the culture of sports, getting down with it, getting down dirty.
I guess so. Well, I mean, you do get dirty, so it's time to get
down
dirty.
and dirty.
Yes.
What else we got? Lou?
Well, we could quickly touch on the big notorious Canadian Ryan Wedding.
Got arrested.
Finally got captured. But the thing that I love about it is I put in one of our in our chat was that they talked about how they apprehended him when he turned himself in. Does that really count as being
they're just claiming.
They just want to claim it is what I think
they're just taking credit.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, we caught him. We got him. He's so bad.
They're just trying to avoid paying anybody that $15 million
reward.
They're like, yo, we did it all ourselves. Fuck you guys.
All I want to know is what happens to all of his motorcycles right now, because I think he had like 62 bikes. Mm-hmm. So,
well, I think when you're a criminal on the run like that, like everything you're just burning bridges.
Well,
so it's like, yo, any place I lived at, any vehicle I owned,
it's all
like as soon as I left it, it's like, yo, that's seized.
100% it's seized, but hopefully
seized, goes to auction.
Yeah, auction. I'll take a bike for auction, man.
Yeah,
absolutely, dude.
No, I think that's fuck around, find out.
But he's the most notorious was he the number one wanted man? Yeah. Hey.
I want to know why you don't like I Show Speed.
There's just things about him that drive me insane.
I feel like he's very animated.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of things are hyped up for the camera. But this guy's a trailblazer, man.
I will admit, yes, for the things that he's done, sure.
And incredibly athletic.
I'm not taking them away from that. For sure, too.
For someone to get into the realm of like live streaming,
yeah,
this guy
he's
is
really athletic.
Incredibly athletic. Like
100%.
So, but I found it funny because I watched that same video where he like bended I was like, yeah, this guy's selling it. Like, you're not that.
And that's the thing.
And like barking and screaming and all this. It's like, bro.
My thing is just I understand we do things for the cameras, but it's like, do you need to all the time? You don't have to be on all the time, man. You can just, hey, this guy bent this thing that was very incredible. A great feat of strength. It's happening in front of your eyes. Your reaction's very slow.
And he's like...
Yeah, and to me, that's like, okay, you don't have to play it up. Like, it's happening right in front of you. It's not like there's somebody in front of you blocking your view of this guy bending this thing. It's like, the guy, it's happening. Just react how you'd react.
Yeah.
You don't have to blow it up for everybody, man.
Yeah.
And that's just my thing, kind of like why I guess he gets on my nerves a bit, is because I think everything for him has to be a production.
I just loved when did you watch the video? You might not watch it, but he was in like SummerSlam or something, and this dude like 200, and he gets
hammered.
He just gets like his head, plow,
yeah,
just like destroyed, and I was like, yes.
He gets like Goldberg tackled, and it's friggin' awesome.
And I was like, yo. And apparently, like, he was, like, fucked up.
Yeah, 100%. I would be fucked up, too. The guy was, like, 2-something hitting him.
Have you ever watched that documentary where they go, like, behind the scenes of WWE?
No.
Oh, dude. They just released their second season.
Okay.
Oh, we watched it all today. All 5 episodes today. They have 2 seasons. I already watched the first one. But I'm telling you, man, newfound respect.
They are some of the greatest athletes on the planet.
And just the idea of like storytelling and like what you're willing to give and what you're willing to not give, and like some of it's kind of like, okay, whatever.
I used to be a very big wrestling guy back in the day myself, and I'll still say the best match I've ever seen in the world of WWF, when it was WWF, was Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, Intercontinental Championship match, ladder match. Best match I've ever seen. Still goes down as number one in my books and a lot of people's today. And we talk about Mick Foley and that cage match, and this is where you get the respect for how athletic and strong some of these guys are. To be thrown through the top of the cage onto a bunch of tacks. Like, I'm not just talking about on the top rope in the cage. I'm talking about they're on top of the cage over the ring. He gets thrown through the cage, onto the mat, onto a bunch of tacks. And I know the tacks sound so stupid, but the tacks are sticking into his body.
Yeah.
Okay?
They're
then
like
he wrestles some
thumbtacks,
more.
not like the big plastic ones.
Then they take him out on a stretcher. He gets off the stretcher, back into the ring, thrown through the top of the cage a second time. I don't know who's going through this punishment to do it once, but let alone twice. It's impressive. Now, the only other thing I'll say is one of my friends back home is still heavily into wrestling. Every week he's watching it. He has said, and I don't like this guy at all, but this is true, Logan Paul is by far the most natural, gifted wrestler to ever come into wrestling, even just as a side gig. The stuff that he's able to do as an athlete, they say it's top notch. And kudos. I mean, I don't watch wrestling as much as some of these people do, but hearing all this stuff, and it's like, they do a lot. The things that they do, they put their body on the line day in, day out, getting hammered, fought, punched, clothesline, thrown through rings, thrown through tables, chairs, hit over their bodies. It's a lot of punishment.
And not only that, the deep fakes. So one of the ones they were talking about was this wrestler called Sandman.
Okay.
And so something happened and like they poked him in the eye and then they like hit him with a bamboo stick. For 4 weeks, this guy stayed in his house pretending to be blind. So they were like, the guy got both of his eyes poked out. He comes for his retirement ceremony in the event.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming after 4 weeks. So 4 weeks, this guy's real life never left the house. Didn't go for groceries. Didn't take his kid to school because he's selling the bit.
Right.
I'm blind. I got injured. That's it. Comes for his thing. Reunion, like retirement.
Mm-hmm.
Guy there that poked his fucking eyes out. Guy turns around, rips the bandage off, never was blind. Beats the fuck out of him.
Okay.
And you're like, oh my God. And then they just had this one with Seth Rollins, where it was like the guy pretended to like tweak his knee.
Mm-hmm.
And for like 2 or 3 weeks, he was like walking around on crutches and he had the money in the bank. So he was able to like cash that in at any moment. SummerSlam rolls around. He's in a knee brace. But he said in this documentary, like, I was taking my kid to school and I was like, oh, dad has a fake boo-boo. Like, it's fine because everybody will be like, ha, 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 dad has a fake boo-boo.
Mm-hmm.
There was only like 5 people that knew. The kid goes and tells.
All of his friends.
No, goes and tells the daycare person. Yeah. So now the daycare person's in on it. Like, yo, you can't say anything. Like, you need to shut the fuck up. Like, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
So then she was one of, like, the inner circle of, like, it's only me, Triple H, this guy, and the fucking daycare worker. Because my kid said I had a fake boo-boo. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So then he comes out, fucking, they're doing the wrestling. They win. CM Punk raises it, boom, drops the crutches, takes the fucking knee brace off, it's like shit like that where you're like, okay, this starts to transcend into like real life.
Yeah.
Where it's like these guys have to, like, even they said they were walking them and like the GMs and the refs were like, yo, we're still live. Like, and he didn't get to like play the act down until he got to his like RV with all the blinds shut. And, like, they had him mic'd up. Mm-hmm. But he was like, did I do good? Did I sell it? Like, you know. Because the whole world, like, Yahoo Sports was like, this guy's going to be out for 6 weeks.
Yeah, of course.
Blah, 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 blah.
But, I mean, sorry, go on.
No. That's just the real, like, where it's like the investment behind the actual performance. Where it's like, you're selling the story. Yes. You're selling, like, the actual narrative of it. Yeah. And, like, you have to, like, you know, you have to
sell it in order.
It's not for the faint of heart.
No, like, but sometimes, you know, these guys do get seriously injured in this sport. But I mean, at the same time, you have to sell the bit. You have to sell. I mean, you're a soap star. Mm-hmm. You basically are a soap opera star who is an athletic soap opera star, and you're putting your body on the line every day.
Yeah,
because the narratives need to be. So even one of the biggest ones, there was a show called Dark Side of the Ring. where they talk about Macho Man and Hulk Hogan and Elizabeth. Now, if you are a fan of wrestling, you know who these three are. This would have been way back in the day.
Macho Man, Randy Savage.
They were the Mega Powers, I think, when they were a tag team, when Hulk and Macho Man were a tag team. But at the same time, Elizabeth was the girl that she was choosing between Hulk or Macho Man every other week. But in real life, she was with Macho Man. They were married or whatever, and the three of them used to live together in LA when they started out, and then the narrative happened when they got into wrestling. They're like, maybe we should bring Elizabeth into this, and then she'll choose, and then one day, like, what happens is she just chooses Macho Man over Hulk, or she chooses Hulk, and then that sparks the controversy between the two of them. They fight, and then eventually she goes back to Macho Man, but it's all part of the story. You got to sell it. And every day you got to act like your enemies when really they're going home and they're like, yo, man, you want to grab a beer after? Yeah, no problem. But for us as kids, when we were watching that, it's like, if I would have known that they were going out for beers or hanging out, having dinner after.
Ruin it.
It's ruining everything for me.
Yeah.
The illusion needs to remain. The curtain needs to be pulled and then unveiled when the match starts. That's what I need to see. When the fight's over, close the curtains. I enjoyed the show. It was great. Next week, boom, curtains open. We're back at it, baby. And I think that for everything that they do in that for that business, like they've done a great job selling selling the product of wrestling. They're doing a fantastic job.
Yeah,
and that's all I gotta say.
I love it. Anything else, Lou? Before we wrap it up,
Sweet Lou,
fucking over there, count butterflies.
Yeah.
Nothing I can think of. Ow.
How about you? Did you hear the news about your boy ASAP Rocky's coming to town?
Yeah, I heard that.
You gonna go see?
Are we gonna go? Let's interview him.
Go? Yeah.
Get backstage.
Let's interview him. Let's get a helicopter ride, megaphone. Don't be dumb.
I'm down. Reach out. I'll be there.
Make it happen.
Yeah, it ain't happening. Tell you that right now.
You never know. Hey, never say never, man. Like your boy Bieber says, never say
I don't
never.
think we can fit the crew in here.
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah, this guy be rolling like fucking 15 deep.
Probably.
I'd have to fucking.
Then you're 1 degree away from Rihanna, so that's awesome. Baby.
I wish.
Baby.
Dude, can you imagine? No, yeah, we got some fun things coming out. I'm excited to talk about these awards and everything.
Yes, once everything's said and done.
Yeah,
Super Bowl's coming up too. It's going to be exciting. Everyone's talking about Bad Bunny, how he's going to be wearing a dress.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what about tomorrow? We got predictions for tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
Broncos.
Oh, well, today. There's a game on today.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. The
Well, there's UFC
Rams are
on
playing the
today, too.
Seahawks today.
And
then tomorrow it's New England and
Broncos.
you guys aren't big UFC guys. But,
Nope.
No.
You got Justin Gaethje against Paddy Pimblett. They raised the bonuses, so Fight of the Night goes from $50K to $100K.
Hey.
And what was the other one? It was so now any finish, $25,000 bonus for the fighter.
Sweet. That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Big.
That's not bad.
And they were like hiding this for a while. But the things on tonight, I'm going with. I think Paddy's gonna win it. Sean O'Malley against Song Yadong.
Yes, I agree.
I think I'm hoping Sean O'Malley wins it because he's like the hype train right now. He has a little bit more marketability. I think if he wins, there's going to be like better fights in the future. I feel like if an asset like Song Yadong wins, it's like, okay, who can we put this up against and how do we market this? Like what becomes like the story we're trying to tell, where like Sean O'Malley's a little bit more charismatic, where it gives the ability for the UFC to sell the fight more, or like have these embedded series where it's like, I don't need to see Song Yadong getting his hair cut and going for a fucking massage. Like I'm trying to see someone that's like hyping it up, right? So I think for like the longevity of it and like the championship, I think it makes more sense for Sean O'Malley to win because he's more marketable. Okay. Now, whether or not he's the best fighter, that's another thing. Justin Gaethje, this guy's a brawler, man. 15 15 fight bonuses. Like this guy's killing it. Like this guy's a gladiator in the modern era. Like killing it. But this is kind of like his last run for the title. So if he doesn't really make it now, it's going to be very hard for him to build up the hype again. Like this guy has a lot of fights, man. Like you can see that there's wear on him, right? Like this is his last hurrah. So it's like, and Paddy Pimblett's on the come up. So it's like, okay, like it's one of those things of like, how bad do you want it?
That's just it. So you want some more.
But yeah, sorry to the Canadian fans, Paramount Plus, you still don't get the pay-per-views for free. It's only in the U.S., so you're still going to have to steal it, unfortunately. I haven't paid for a pay-per-view in ever, so it doesn't apply to me. But yeah, Paramount Plus, new era. I'm really excited about these fights. I'm super, super excited about
Let's say good luck to the fighters tonight. I don't know. I'm going to take your picks and say go team.
And you have a guy in Taiwan climbing live on Netflix, 1,100 stories. He's climbing one of the tallest
climbing the building. I did
one,
see that.
It's called Skyscraper on Netflix.
Cool.
So yeah, and Netflix already confirmed that if he falls, they're gonna pan away, but they're still gonna commentate on it. The guy's climbing with no equipment. He's a free climber.
I guess there's a fight on right now.
Yeah, it's probably prelims.
Denzel Freeman and Josh Hokett.
But yeah, that's it. Shout out to all the nominees from the Oscars.
Both games are tomorrow.
And good luck to all the fighters.
Yes, good luck to
tonight.
everybody, all the fighters. Good luck to both NFL teams, or all four NFL teams.
We have a game tonight on NFL?
Sorry, no, they're both tomorrow. My mistake. I was wrong.
I
at least openly admitted it and redacted it, redacting my statement earlier that because today, both games are tomorrow.
To end off, who do we want to have best pitcher?
If I really had to choose, I'm being biased. I'm gonna say F1 for sure.
See, I was gonna ride with the hype train and just say Sinners.
That's fine. You can do that.
Lou?
You know what? I've seen Sinners and I've seen.
I've seen three of like. You've seen a bunch of the nominated movies. 3? You saw F1?
F1.
You saw F1?
I have not.
Okay.
What?
Have you seen Sinners?
I've seen Sinners.
Okay. And the One Battle After Another?
Yeah.
And Marty Supreme?
Yeah.
So you've seen 3?
So I've seen 3. Out of those 3, I probably had more fun at One Battle After Another.
Oh.
Okay. So I've seen 3. I saw F1, Sinners, and One Battle After Another. And I think I liked F1 the most out of all 3 of them. Don't get me wrong, Sinners was more of an original fucking story, which is really good. And maybe that's what we want, is more originality.
Mm-hmm.
More, don't get me wrong, F1's a sports movie, yes, sure. But I just think that movie had a lot of heart.
Brad Pitt killed it.
Yeah, he does. And I mean, if you didn't have a crush on Brad Pitt before, you have a crush after watching that movie, for sure. So that, or if I had to say, Sinners for sure. Sinners is really fucking good.
I'm going with Sinners.
Fair.
You said one
battle after another.
All right.
So we all
you
got
hear that,
picks.
folks? Let us know in the comments below. What do you think is going to be nominated Best Picture?
And I.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was still waiting for the pickle juice because the pickle juice is supposed to come, but
it
never fucking came.
Yeah,
so I just want people to know it's not me backing out. I'm going to do it.
No, he's been busy with behind the scenes
work. This is
work.
true. But if one of our films wins, we'll have to figure something out here.
We'll have a double pickle juice.
There it is.
Double pickle off.
I could pass my pickle juice off to somebody else, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. No, I'll drink mine. I'll drink mine.
If you win, you get to delegate the pickle juice.
Ooh, I like it.
The PJ.
The PJ.
All right, let us know in the comments. What do you think about everything going on in movies? What do you think about sports? What do you think about comedy? What do you think about everything that we talked about today?
Not ice. Don't talk about ice.
Yeah, don't talk about ice. We don't want
to hear about ice.
Yeah, we want
everyone to be safe.
We want our drinks no ice.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Let us know what you think. Comments below. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube.
All here.
And all audio, Spotify. Fucking
Give
Apple
us a
Podcasts.
listen. Tell us your comments. Tell us your feelings.
Let us know
How do you feel about the cold snap?
How do you feel? And giving us a like, giving us a share. Send this to a friend that will enjoy the conversation. Really helps the conversationalists out here at the studio. And love you.
Take care, folks. Have a great week. Peace.